Yevamot, Per Gimel, Mishnah Tet. Ninth Mishnah, third chapter of Yevamot. More cases about three brothers. This case is a little bit different. Shlosha achim nisuim shalosh nachriyot. Three brothers are married, not to sisters, just three separate women. Umet echad mehem, ve'asaba hasheni ma'amar, va'met. Okay, so what happens? So here we go, three brothers, and they're just married to three women. Okay, now one of them, poor Ruvain always gets it, dies. Okay, and the second one, he has to do yibum, but instead of doing full yibum, he didn't have a chance, he did ma'amar, i.e., remember, he did the kiddushin. But we learned that in order for a yibum to be tofes, we learned that he has to do full, consummate the yibum. So they're sort of married, we'll put it that way. They did ma'amar, and it's not a safek, but it's only d'Rabbanan. It's tofes d'Rabbanan. And then Shimon dies. So now listen, so the case is as follows. We don't know, is Fruma married to Shimon? And therefore both Fruma and Leah are really the wives of, they're just sarah to each other. Therefore both Fruma and Leah fall to Asher for Yibum. Or, on the other hand, well, Fruma is a problem because he did Ma'amar, he didn't do actual Yibum. So says the Mishnah. Okay, now, let's go to the case. Three brothers, Amet Echamim, one died, Asaba Sheni Ma'amar Vamet. Now he dies. Hare elu cholzot velo mityabot. According to the Tanakama, in this case, both have to do chalitza. Why? Shne'emar, as it says, Umet echad mehem, Yevama yavo eleh. This is the pasuk we learned. If one of them dies, then Yevama, her Yevama, or miyaben, will come upon her, will marry her. She'aleha zikat yevam echad. This only refers to the case where there's one miyabem. Velo she'aleha zikat shnei yevamim. And it can't be talking about a case where there's zikah from two yevamim. What's the problem? Says the Tanakama, listen, in this case, since Shimon only did ma'amar, therefore the zikah originally from the yibum of Reuven still applies to Asher. Why? Because because Shimon never completed the yibum. And therefore when Shimon dies, okay, there's zikah from Reuven, and then there's Leah zikah of Shimon, and therefore both Fruma and Leah, they have this zikah, and it's let's give a zikah arrow so we can, so let's do this. Oops, let's move me so we don't have a problem. There's zikah from Fruma there's zikah of Fruma from, it's a little complicated to do. There's zikah of Fruma, but it's really from Reuven. And then we'll give zikah. And then there's also zikah of Shimon, of Leah from Shimon. And you can't, when you do Yevama, Yavo Leah, it has to be Yevama from one Yevama, not from two. In addition, like the zikah of Fruma is also from, both of them are from Shimon and Reuven. That's a problem, says the Tanakama. Okay, therefore, Choltzot v'lo mityabot. Now, okay, the Gemara says that it really doesn't make sense. Let's look at the Bartuner. We're going to the Bartuner at the end. Okay, Avagav. Okay, the Amrinan b'matnitin, the zikat shnei yevamim deoraita mikra yevama yavo eleh. So the problem is, the Gemara says that even though the Mishnah says the problem is a deoraita problem, the Gemara muchach, and the Gemara says it's not true. Zikat shnei yevamim derabanani. There's really no problem. What's the problem? Like, Fruma came from Reuven. Leah came from Shimon. So who cares whether Reuven married her or not? So the Gemara says, let's get rid of these two zikot. The Gemara says that the problem is that when Shimon dies and Leah and Fruma have zikah to Asher, the Gemara says what would happen was Gzeira Shema Yamru Shtei Yevamot B'Baut B'Bait Echad B'Yavmot. Because in the end, Shimon, when he dies, he was married to Leah and Fruma. And if Asher marries both Leah and Fruma, they'll say, oh, you could do Yibum on two wives. No, it would look like you do Yibum on two wives, even though one of the Yibum was from Reuven and one was from Shimon. Therefore, the Tanakama says, these women have to be cholzot. And the idea of the Gzeira and the Pasuk of Yevama Yavo Eleh is only an asmachta. That's the position of the Tanakama. Rabbi Shimon says, no. You can do anyone you want. Why? He says, listen, the problem of Reuven, the problem of the Ma'amar, is Fruma is a safek. But it's either she was married to Shimon, or she wasn't married to Shimon. So let's look at the possibilities. If Fruma was married to Shimon, then Asher, then both Leah and Fruma fall for Yibum to Asher only from Shimon. So therefore, he could do Yibum to Fruma and Chalitza to Leah, or he could do Chalitza to Leah and he could do Yibum to Fruma. But if she wasn't married to Shimon, then she was married to Reuven, then he could do Yibum on both wives, one from Shimon and one from Reuven. But since we don't know, therefore he does Yibum to one and Chalitza to the other. That's Rabbi Shimon's position. Next case. Let's draw this. You have to draw this. Relatively simple case. We have Shimon and Reuven married. Reuven is married to Leah. Shimon is married to Rachel. Okay? One died. So now this sister, right, falls to Reuven, but she's Achot Ishto. So therefore, she is Asura. There's no Yibum at all. Why there's no Yibum at all? She is what we call an erva. Okay, that's erva, no problem at all. Oops. Well, it's a little hard to grab the whole thing. She is an erva. Okay, no problem at all. So therefore, there's no yibum at all. But then, what happens? V'achakach meta ishto shel sheinit. But then, Leah dies. So since Leah dies, therefore, Rachel is no longer achot ishto. Okay, now if Leah had died first, then it would have been permitted. But since Leah died afterwards, the Mishnah said, Harezo asura alav olamid. She is considered always asur. Ho'il v'nesra alav sha'a achat. Since she was asura because of achot ishto, and at any time, even though once Leah dies, her sister dies, Reuven is no longer married to her sister. Normally, a husband can marry his former wife's sister if she's not alive anymore. But now, once she was asura sha'a achat, when she fell for Yibum, she was asura. She is asura alav olamid. She can never get married to the brother. We'll stop here, dedicate our learning, as we always do, to the memory of my father, Harab Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.